Welcome. Last week on Dads and Dragons, the trio was destroying Sirius's hordes of undead. The haggard Death Knight attempted to bring the tomb crashing down on top of Olsen and pals. Sirius attempted to belittle the great seed of Algathera, but he was rebutted by a monologue from Bretwin about the pettiness of Ceres and why this means Algathera will triumph in the end. Everyone was inspired. As the ceiling began to crumble, Elkson entered his ultimate form, whispering to himself, "I am speed." He scooped up his tiny buddies and galloped from the collapsing room. Sirius cussed them out as they left to no avail. Huge boulders of rock, hewn from some great quarry thousands of years ago, toppled down upon him, and he was crushed. To death? Maybe. After their narrow escape, the group paused to catch their breath. They took stock of what happened and noticed that they did in fact tap the node. Technically, they were due many lucky doos. As they prepared to continue on, they heard the voices of a Zeta cadre approaching. Olsen's crew exchanged some quick hand signals and some mild cheating using telekinesis and hide. As the Zetarians enter the room, they make to charge into the dust cloud billowing out of the tunnel that the party had recently escaped from. But before they can throw themselves into danger, Olsen steps forth and welcomes them as allies due to the close ties between Algathera and Zeta. One of the Zetarians unleashes an errant firebolt in surprise, but Olsen brushes off his faux pas. After pleasantries and cloak jabs about each other's cities, the Zetarians introduce themselves as Rudolph the Wise, Annabelle, and Giovanni. They agreed on an uneasy truce for their return to the surface. The cadre of cadres pick up their phaeton prisoner and solemnly collect Sarave's corpse on the way to the surface. As they approach the surface, Olsen decides to hand over the prisoner to the Zetarians so that they aren't completely empty-handed. They bow with respect and acknowledge Olsen as a better Cadrian. As the Algatherans return to their camp, they see a lone figure atop the hill, Vivers. They approach and present Sarave's body to him. They explain what happened in the caverns below and how Sarave fell in daring combat with 3 other cadres. Vivers' eyes rest on Sarave once more as they tell him the story, saying it is likely people will now know this as the Sarave vein for the sacrifice she made to usher in a new era of Algatheran prosperity. Did we really call it Sarave vein? I don't remember that at all. I was there. Yeah. I know. It's rude to say it in game, but atop the hill. After just speaking about the dead survey. He just, You didn't forget his voice, right? He was the quintessential deep, throaty. Yeah. Maybe he's got to leave really quickly and we'll have to talk to someone else. Maybe he's in mourning and he can't, like, say much. This is weird. Why wouldn't he tell us the intelligence right now? Maybe we should ask him. Intelligence. Do you think there's going to be a eulogy? All right. Yeah, I think we're heading out, right? He's back in the city. We gotta go back to Algathera to speak to the intelligence. Oh my god. It's hard because it is so impressive. All right. Oh, what do you mean by that? Courtney is the mayor, the queen, and someone else? The guy who got killed, do you mean? Or well, I think like the guy that she killed to get into power was probably her rival. Councillor Ellis, that's right. What? I think did we say Courtney twice? Who's the mayor? You definitely said Courtney was the mayor, even after that first time. I'm gonna play it back, boys. You're trying to confuse me here. Oh, she's my druid buddy. Is that Courtney? Oh, that's right. There's a dude at my work called Courtney, and now I feel like it's a man's name, but I know that it's not really. Nah, I never met him. How'd you know him? How'd you know him, Ouchie? Fucking. Maybe, who knows? Alright. Alright, where are we going? We've gone through the gate. We're enjoying the parade. I say to Algie, look, Algie, this could be your life if you keep going the way you are. A hero of Alcathera, like me. I wave to them. I wave to my fans. Just wave. Just wave. Doesn't matter if they don't know who you are. She's doing a lot of face stuff. Who specifically are they? No, no, no. Who are they adoring? Performance. Oh, only +1. I think they're all +1s. I could do intimidation. That sounds bad though. 7. They don't know who they're cheering for. They just know that something good happened. I got 7. Yep. True Algotherian, you're right. We're just cogs in the wheel. Is it something I'm aware of? How good is it? Oh my god. Alright. I cry. Just, I'm not gonna do it in person, but you'll have to imagine. Oh my god. I cry harder. Nah, that was the one on the coast. Let's look for Zipai. Is she gonna name a specific inn? I feel like it was a something and something.
Why, yes, I believe it is time to show you 3 Dragon Knight. Wait, is Brentwood a Dragon Knight?
Well, not
Probably
officially.
not.
No,
In reality.
he's not a dragon knight. What the
Does
fuck?
he even have an egg?
That's interesting. Ooh. I'll ponder about that one. Three who have earned the mark of Algathera, the inner workings of our node structure. Uh, Come to me when you are ready, and I will show you how our city truly functions. What these people around you, these folk, just take for granted day in, day out. What all your efforts are for. You know your crystals power your own magics, but what powers the city? I shall show you. You have been entrusted with this, and I shall show you. Find me in the officer's quarters, in my study. And he just gives you like a quick you know note with where his room is in the officer's quarters. But please, enough from me. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the adoration of the crowd. You have earned it. And he sort of just scuttles off into the background.
And the gnome, the very gnomish way, just sort of disappears.
That's right.
What could he mean? Obviously, the node powers Algathera. We're all taught this.
But how does the power get from the node to the city? It's a question I have often asked myself.
Well, it's very complicated. Also, it's like stuff and like
I,
yeah.
Oh, good.
I
I'm
love
glad you
the
know at
idea of
least.
I love the idea of Algie, just the image of him actually doing that. Like, oh, it's just it's all stuff like making
bing, bing, bing,
whooshing noises.
ding, ding,
Yeah.
mana, mana, ooh.
In the middle of the city with like
Yeah.
everyone cheering you on.
And
Very
Bretman is just sagely nodding. It's like, it's complicated inner workings. I mean, better minds than mine. That's for better minds than mine. I just think of things and tentacles come out. That works.
Um,
Sorry,
Sorry, Cam?
no, you good.
After Georgium departs, Botany leans in close and says to you, sort of whispers in your collective ears, "When you are free, please, I need to speak with you in private. There have been some developments." And she eyes each of you in turn. Opportunistic developments, perhaps, but troubling developments in many other ways. I fear that your rest in this town will not be long. There's deadly business to attend to, and I can trust no one but the three of you. Please, forget this for the time being. Have your rest. Mourn, Sarave. Enjoy the adoration of your public, but then, when you are ready, seek me out. You know where to find me.
The work of a hero is never done, is it? But we have a fine night ahead of us.
I cry even harder when he says the work of a hero is never done. Because Sarah's work is done forever.
Alright, restock your inspiration.
I still have it, damn it. I should have used it on the performance check, I knew it.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. I want to try and be a bit more liberal with inspiration because I think it's actually a really fun mechanic. And it's,
We've had like two of the stuff. The 50 hours of Talespire that we've had. We've had like 2 inspirations.
Yeah. There was a phase in the middle where I just forgot about the mechanic entirely.
Wow.
Okay.
Where's this inn?
Where is the inn? Can we
anyone
find a place
find the
and
inn?
agree that it's the inn?
I feel like I remember the layout, but I just cannot find it.
Alright, this will be fun actually. Who can find the inn first?
This one? No.
feel like it was on.
I feel like I'm disorientated from. I feel like we usually it used to be south for me we would enter in, and now it's from the northwest.
We
Throwing
can
me
Yeah.
find
out.
the little barracks that we usually come in near, right?
Yeah, that's right next to our. That's right on the entry where we just came in.
And then I feel like it's to the leftish
Left. Ooh, is
from
that it?
there. Like I'm looking at it, like you don't have to look on the left because I'm looking there. Don't try and
I thought it
steal
was near the
my.
town square.
Oh my god, there's.
Oh, I think I found it. Yeah, I found it.
I found something
Um,
else. If you guys look under the roof of this that I'm pinging,
It's this one.
Which one are you picking, Lucas? Are you right in the middle?
I'm the small,
Okay,
small.
I'll come and look at this
small one.
creepy roof.
Oh yeah, I need a dwarf pawn.
Oh, that's creepy.
I know.
Where are you, Ken?
In the
Here.
house.
Look
Yeah,
under the
that's right.
roof.
Is there any
Oh,
way up
Jesus.
there?
Wait,
Oh, there's a little ladder up there.
This
oh,
is such a good city.
yeah. Oh, this. Wait.
Can't wait
Oh,
till
I
that
was-
comes up in the campaign, hey?
I never would have found this in. Jesus.
Wait.
What a bizarre,
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Wait. Where?
Character.
Wait.
This
what a
Where-
bizarre place.
Oh yeah, with
Can
the
someone-
balcony.
can-
I remember
wait.
this place.
Can someone ping? I'm lost.
I got it.
It's like it was on the town square. Yeah,
Pew,
got
Oh,
that
yeah,
little
it
garden
was.
out the front.
pew,
That's
pew.
right.
Ah, the
Yeah,
old
yeah.
Alga Tavern. Whatever it was called. Pig and Whistle.
The old
you need-
pig and candle.
Pig and Whistle. Why is that familiar, Ken?
It's definitely a place.
Oh, that's the place in Brisbane we went to.
Oh.
What did I call this one? Pig and
Candle.
It's
Candle.
got like it's
That's
got
probably
like a
directly
bird.
explained.
something on the front of it. What is that? Is that a bird? I don't know what that is.
Oh, totally is a bird.
Verb.
Alex is at the
Anyway.
front.
I'm inside.
What?
I'm getting into the party. I've had a good cry. I've got 2 orders of the Phoenix. I'm ready to drink some brown ales and go to sleep.
I feel like hold on. Fucking- Where's the lyrics to this?
Does Dylan have a
Yeah, I
Character.
need a dude.
Dylan needs a token? Lachlan.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking up lyrics for Olsen. I'm gonna sing it, by the way, so just prepare yourself.
Ooh,
Ass.
how exciting.
Here you go, Bretwen.
Oh, he's looking a bit grim.
I thought you were like a dark dwarf. Okay, so as you enter the pub or the tavern, like so, it's bustling. You know? There's a lot of people here. Word got around that like this is the favorite tavern of Olsen and Algie, and I guess Bretlin's along for the ride. And everyone like there's a lot of people who are here trying to gain political clout. There's a bard in the corner
Ooh.
who's got a mandolin, and they're busting out this delightful rendition of a song that goes something like, sorry. They finished the song they were playing, and then seeing Olsen enter the room, who's clearly wiping tears away from his eyes, they started playing. When the night's here, I don't do tears, baby, no chance. I could dance, I could dance, I could dance, watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running, not one hair out of place.
What? That's very
Nah.
familiar.
It is
You
a
know what?
current number something. Top 40. It's probably right up there, right?
I don't know actually, but I just thought the whole you wipe those tears away, Olsen.
Yeah.
The bard's got you.
I cry more.
Olsen,
He can't
let's
stop me
replace
from
his
mourning.
tears with some. let's replace his tears with some brown ale.
Yes, the innkeep sees you, and gives you a very respectful nod. This innkeep isn't. This innkeep reads the room,
He's
right? Like he's a vibe checker, um, and just has like quietly pours three brown ales and pulls out three of like the the meatiest meat pies you've
the
seen. Like
gourmet
a real
gourmet version.
deep, like not like a shitty little flat one, like a real deep one. You can see the
Deluxe.
gravy like bubbling out of the cracks in
Nice.
the edges of this pie.
Man, I should have meat pie.
He gestures with his head and leads you over to a table. This one maybe, with a fire, and kicks like the group that's off it, saying to them, "Get out of the way! It's Algathera's finest at this table only." And sort of, and like gestures like back to the crowd around you, be like, "Give them some space. You don't know what they've been through for us."
I wanna. Let's hang out. This one's got the drinks at it.
Oh, sorry, that's a better
Wait,
one.
that
It's
one
got
has
the drinks?
no.
What are you talking
This one's
about?
got more
It's got the
drinks.
brown
There's
ales.
drinks- Yeah,
This one
there's
just
brown
has
ales
only
and a pie.
drinks.
What is that? Some wine? Yikes.
Yeah.
This
Whenever
is
That
my
could be-
delitted pie
Yeah.
and
I
my
made a
2
mistake.
brown ales.
I made a mistake. The
Yeah,
old,
Bergman just hasn't eaten the top off his pie yet.
where did this pie come from?
where are these pies going?
It's just
They're just appearing
all
on
over the
table.
place. What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
I feel like
Trying to
I've got
find
this
the
little
table.
cup. I feel like this little. It's probably meant to be stew, but I'm making it be a pie.
Yeah.
All right,
inside
I'm
of
just
a
gonna
pie.
stop doing that because that is
Oh,
not
no.
working.
I gotta get the pies. Chuck in a couple of more beer mugs, please.
Algie, roll me a perception check.
One perception. Ooh, I'm great at perception.
14. It takes a little time. Some time passes, but all of a sudden you like out of the corner of your eye, you feel someone watching you. And from
Dun-dun.
across the pub in the far dark corner,
Ah, not this dickhead.
Ba-dun.
there's a figure staring daggers into you. As soon as you lock eye contact, they pull their hood up, throw some coins at the bar, and head out into the night. But you know exactly who they were. Bassett White is back.
He knows. He knows
like he
who
never
it
left.
is.
He never fucking left. He lives here.
He lives here, but
Yeah,
you were meant to do something and you haven't done it.
You didn't do the thing.
I feel like they tried to murder me. That's what I remember.
You're meant to be the double agent. Good, you've triple agent and ended up back where you started.
You're a single agent.
It's a double fake. Got him.
The up and under.
Pump
There you
fake.
go. Okay, so otherwise, it's a pretty good night. You know, you don't have to pay a cent. All the pies and all the ales are free.
I slow
people-
down on the ale a little
yep.
bit after seeing old White.
Okay. Three
Still
of
planning.
you
I'd like to snot.
roll a Constitution check. Algie, you can have advantage.
Thank you. What?
Ooh.
Constitution.
8. Is it a save?
Oh, I already have advantage.
Plus 5, so 13.
Because of my
That's not bad.
concentration.
Is this technically against a poison?
Yes.
+3 as well, so 21.
I'm out here
Okay.
trying to drink with halflings and dwarves and shit. Fucked.
Dirty
Oh my god,
20
yeah.
And a 24.
So, Algie, you think twice and really slow down, and you're fine. Bretwin, you're just guts of steel.
I'm a dwarf.
Yeah.
Just like glug 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 glug.
Yeah, you are drinking everyone on the table and not feeling a thing. Also, on the other hand,
Yeah, I rolled it.
um,
I rolled a 13.
you're trying to keep up, but it's still having
Yeah,
its effect. You're a
it's
little
alright.
loose.
Maybe you should had a little bit more pie before you.
People keep on making toast to Sarve, and I can't stop myself.
Oh, this is the time for too much. We can always fiction. We can always fiction the morning.
Yeah. So the party rages on. The bard is pumping banger after banger. The Agathera national anthem is sung multiple times. Um,
Olsen
there's
cries every time.
um, yeah, it's a good night. Is there anything that any of you want to do before we roll over to the next day?
I'm just laughing. It's like, is this a Baldur's Gate 3 kind of party? Because
I don't know what that means.
I
You haven't
know you
played
haven't.
it? Oh my god.
I might, but I'm bad at those sort of
You-
games. I
Yeah,
get,
especially you also literally have a newborn. Which
yeah,
is almost the perfect time to play. Sink 100 hours in while they're asleep.
yeah. It would be great if there wasn't also a 3-year-old. Yeah, one
That-
newborn,
that'll-
awesome.
That'll get ya.
And it really does. It really does. Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, don't need to do anything. Enjoying the
Okay.
night.
Awesome.
I'm gonna cheers Algie and say to Sarve. Down another
Sarve.
brown ale.
Oh. To Sarve,
Okay.
our herringbone companion.
The three of you drink consistently, but not to excess, late into the night, and then eventually retire to your rooms. The party continues on below. People are the spirits of Agathera are soaring. During the night time, Algie, a chill falls over the room, and you wake up. Olsen and Bretwin are fast asleep.
I assume we're in different rooms. Or are we all
Oh,
sharing?
let me
We got the
go back
deluxe
upstairs.
suite, so
Do we share?
Yeah,
Is
let's
Lux
see.
sharing?
Let me go back up. You got the good stuff upstairs, but I don't remember how good it is.
there's a couple of rooms, but
So there's
not a room for every person.
isn't there an upstairs?
Oh, there is.
Yeah, there is. There's a room for
Oh, yeah.
everyone.
That's a double bed, though. It's
Well,
me
no
and
one's a
Brett went
wild sleeper.
upstairs, and Algie has to sleep by himself.
No, there's definitely a room for each of
Three.
you.
Yeah,
I see three. I see 4 rooms.
All these rooms have more than one bed in them, though. What kind of inn is this?
You are the heroes of Agathera.
Okay.
They will have spare rooms for you. Yeah. So I guess Algie, you don't even see Olsen and Bretwin, but you do see a shadowy form on the end of your bed. Roll an Arcana check for me.
Oh, huh. Should be no worries.
19. Okay. Even in your sleep deprived state, your like deep knowledge of the arcane arts allows you to quickly recognize that this isn't actually a physical person. It's just like a ascending of a person. It's not Bassett. It's actually the mage companion.
Oh, fuck. He's. Yep. Okay.
And it says, you are awake. I have news for you.
It's
You
gonna
are
say
dead.
it's- Oh.
You are dead. You have betrayed Sirius. One too many times. You had chances. We gave you ample chances. And you are turncoat. No, fuck, that's French. And you are a turncoat. And you shall be hung out to dry. Your time is up. Algae. What was your last name again?
Sprocket.
Algae.
Well,
Sprocket.
to use my real name.
Or rather,
Give me a second. I've forgotten it. It's like Baffle Spark or something. Grieven Pebble Teeth. That's right.
Purple tea.
Pebble Teeth.
Pebble Teeth.
Your family was a disappointment, and you are continuing that legacy of disappointment. Sirius will no longer entertain your illegal activities. You've failed us for the last time. You are dead. And then the like shadow sort of lunges at you and then disappears into like black smoke throughout the room.
Creepy bastard.
Creepy.
Well, that's something to think about. Serious. You tried to murder me one too many times.
Okay. The otherwise, I mean, Olsen, Bretwin, you have amazing sleeps. Really restorative. Best sleep you've had in weeks. Now it's morning time. Everybody wakes up. The pub is actually full of like drunk people sleeping off their inebriation. They're just scattered across the place. It must have been a real rage last night. You head downstairs, and there's a minor official there waiting for you, sipping on a Algatheran tea.
Excuse me? A
Coffee?
tea?
We're tea or coffee in City State.
We're an iced tea kind of crew.
Iced tea.
Yeah.
Iced tea?
Herbal iced tea.
An herbal
Sure.
iced tea? Okay. Sipping on the very traditional beverage of a herbal
What the fuck?
iced tea.
I'm up.
One of the things that I really want to do is when we like it would be really fun to meet up for D&D and have like brown ales and
Oh my
pies
god,
and
yeah.
herbal iced teas.
Head canal there.
Yeah.
Herbal iced teas.
I'll find out how to make an herbal iced tea, sure.
It'd be
Be
so
like a
fun. It'd be so
Long
fun.
Island iced tea.
Yes, it would be a Long Island iced tea. That's perfect, Kev. Okay, so yeah, the official puts down his thermos of herbal iced tea and says, "Greetings, champions of Alcathera. The funeral will be held in the city center, the marketplace. We will not proceed until you are ready. At your will." And just sits there respectfully. So if you have anything you'd like to do, otherwise, we'll proceed to the funeral ceremony.
How long have we got? Is it rude to spend? What does a ritual spell even do?
I'll be like, how'd you two sleep last night? Is there anything? Sleep well?
Slept wonderfully.
I'm just
Why?
was-
What do you mean?
being back in Algathera is a cool drink after being out on the road.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's great to be back.
Sense motive.
Do I think Algie's behaving suspiciously?
Roll me investigation.
Sweat on the brow.
I feel like this is a weird thing to say.
cry,
Ooh,
cry for help.
+2.
But I can't tell you why.
19. Yeah, look, you know something is up. He's not telling you something.
Alright. I want to get him alone for a second. I say, Algie, can I speak to you?
Oh, sure, boss.
Boss. He's definitely behaving
Brett-
strangely.
Bretwin just is proceeding to talk the ear off this official,
Come and have a
asking
seat.
about every ridiculous thing that's been going on in Algathera while he hasn't been there.
Okay.
I pour out a cup of iced tea for him, and then a much larger cup for myself. And I say, Algie, is everything okay?
Yep. Yeah. I just had it was a bit more of a rough night's sleep than I let on. Just a bit rattled, you know. It might have been all those ghosts we saw and
You can
killed.
see a lot of ghosts.
Yeah, you know, just figures in the shadows, you know, that kind of thing. But
Figures in the shadows? Those ghosts were right in the middle of the room. What are you talking about?
in here, did you?
I didn't see. You saw ghosts here last night.
Oh, like ghost like. Probably imagination.
Is this do people see ghosts in Algathera, or are we like, would that be a thing that would happen?
Ghosts are a thing.
But like in the city, protected by the mana, whatever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. It's definitely possible.
Okay.
It's not like the mana like shield of Algathera protects from external incursions, but if there's
Mm.
things being cast from the inside, it's all fair play.
Well, you do hear about things going bump in the night every now and then.
Yeah, maybe that's how Algathera Mana, you know, like maybe that's what he's gonna tell us today or tomorrow. The gnome guy.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sated. I drink my gigantic cup in one big gulp, and I walk away.
Sure. Okay.
Can't let everyone know. I'm in too deep.
You are in rather deep. Okay, so the official guides you out into the uh like marketplace. It's been cleared out. I'm not going to bother clearing it out. It's been cleared out for the funeral. There's stands everywhere.
Where's it?
Um,
Sorry.
it's
Just
right in the
down the
middle.
street. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, all these stalls, which are usually like the food markets of Agathera,
Oops.
have been cleared out. And there's stands on the edges of all the buildings. And some VIP seating for the three of you.
Here's the
The
VIP section.
wherever you want it to be.
Right here in front of the big church.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So yes, this big church. They've got the like Sarabay's body in a casket out in the center of the hall, or center of the square. And some speeches are given. Vivers in particular gives a very like rousing speech about the relationship between himself and Sarabay as a teacher and a pupil. How Sarabay embodied the ambitions of Algathera and the wisdom to embrace the external to strengthen the internal. In that Paragons, were rejected from other city states. Tax Saraboy, photocopy. Why would you do such a thing?
Because they need to be lying down.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, whoever moved her up there, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
The the and the power of bringing, well, the blessing that Sarah bestowed upon Algathera with her sacrifice, and how the Sarabay vein, which has now been shot into the Sarabane by the populace, shall bring on unforeseen levels of prosperity. But how Algatherans must never forget where that came from. And he stares at the political party opposing Botanies, and makes a point that this was a immigrant who brought such power to Algathera, and that without the open arms to the Harangon, Algathera would never be where it was. Botany also gives a heartfelt speech about the sacrifice of the clawsmen, and how it was Sarave today, but it could be any one of you in the stands tomorrow. And you hear all the young kids get all hyped up about it. Yeah. Then Bodney turns to Olsen and Algie and says, "Would either of you like to say some words?"
Yes, I would like to say something. Stand up and stand in the VIP section. And I say, Survey was a great friend and a true Algotheran. But I have sat here and listened today as his death has been politicized, and I can't stand it any longer.
Oh my god.
I was wondering what Olsen was thinking through all of this.
Yes, he died for Algathera, and yes, he
She
may
died.
have been an immigrant at one stage, but
She was an immigrant.
sorry, it may have been an immigrant at one stage, but
Jesus Christ.
Awful.
at least on this day of her death, can we at least just acknowledge her as a person and not try to make this a political show for point scoring? Please have a little bit of respect. I'll go and sit back down.
Botany's taken aback.
You asked.
Yeah, fair enough.
Bretwin psychically claps aggressively, as much as he can with how his arms are.
What's the audience think? What are they?
There's murmurs, supported murmurs. I think you've convinced some people that it feels petty to be approaching this with that sort of attitude. Botany stands up again and says, "Well, yes, of course. Sarabay wasn't just an immigrant.
Oh, she's backpedaling now. Oh, this is political suicide.
Sarabay represented the best of Algathera in all of us. The individualism and the resilience and the persistence to seek one's own fate. Well said, Olsen. That's what we all want for Algathera, of course. And that's what my government will seek to maintain."
Oh my god.
Algie, would you like to say something too?
I'm
I'll do it.
surprised you're giving me the offer.
Oh my god, that was so good.
And then she leaves. That's perfect.
I just that's just so great from a character thing, because I just imagine Olsen already being just very emotional about it, just being like, it's like so turned.
We can't talk about gun control on a day like this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just imagining Botany asking, like, "Oh, Algie," and then I'm like, and then she's like, "Oh, no, like nothing. I just don't want to speak."
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Algie. We
Does she
it
realize
must be very
terrible
hard.
idea?
I will let you mourn in private. And with that, that concludes our funeral for Sarah. Please, uh,
Enjoy your morning.
stand as her body is interred in our most famous cathedral, the Chapel of Lights. She gestures to the large building behind you, and it just lights up like
Hmm?
every window just exudes this mage light.
Ooh.
And uh, the three of you are offered to be pallbearers for Sarabay, and along with some other like Vivers, of course. Who was the other NPC? Oh, and Bodney as well actually joins in. Um, and the corpse of
Awkward pole
Sarabay is
bearing.
How do I hold?
Bodney under her breath is like to you. Also is like, "Hey, you turn this into an bait in public."
I
Anyway,
don't dignify it with a response. I am embarrassed on her behalf.
the um the procession continues, and Sarabay is given pride of place amongst the like open, I don't know, catacombs, I guess. Like you enter the chapel and then you go underground, and there's this like this long stretching of catacombs, lit by these flickering mage candles. And Sarabay is given place amongst horsemen from the past who have made great sacrifices for Algathera. Okay.
Kind of like, do I give the medal to her? Like, do I leave it with the body? Do you
Oh.
think?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
What do you guys do?
I feel like there would be some kind of social ideal response, but I'm gonna give the medal to the. I'm gonna put it on top of the coffin and, you know, they
Yeah, is
bang
it
it
an
on.
open casket?
It's not an
Yes.
open casket. She died in combat. Like,
It doesn't combat. It's pretty
Sure.
hardcore. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you slam the pin of the
Yeah.
the medallion into the casket. I love that.
so, may you rest here, Sarave, amongst the heroes of Algathera.
Okay. Vivers gives her a long Algatheran salute. And then rattles off the Clawsman creed, and then which maybe I will actually write at a later date. That'd be interesting.
Ooh.
And then you're all ushered out of the catacombs, and they're sealed up with a final shuddering of rock behind you as you ascend back into the Chapel of Lights.
I mutter under my breath to Algie and Brewin. I'm like, no political point scoring down there, was there? Very quiet.
Well, it's hard to do any point scoring when there's no crowd to see now, isn't it?
Good bit of
Yes,
bit of a laugh.
Ah, good work. It's always good to give the people something to talk about at times like this. Still, it is good to remember the things that they had in life, even if it has been cut short. As we look at what they've achieved and what it will mean for the city and its people. And it's good to keep our ruling class on their toes, I always say. I mean, what would we know? We are mere soldiers after all.
If only. If only, Brentwin.
We are heroes.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Just like
Stay
eat some lunch, probably. Just a little chill, and then go and talk to the intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Yes.
The intelligentsia.
You stop in at a little cafe that is serving Ceresian cuisine, actually.
Get
The
that
fuck?
shit
I
outta
leave.
here.
I'm not gonna eat there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of crap is
Fair
this?
enough.
What kind of business? We walk in, we're like, oh, this is a new cafe I heard about. We
It's
go
a
in
new
there,
cafe.
and they're just putting their own poop on the plates, and we're like,
Yeah, nice,
No.
nice brown walls.
I'm
you
not gonna
know?
eat this.
They like stew.
Oh yeah,
Like-
I've heard about this place.
Trying to bring something new to the city, and you're just like, oh my god.
You walk
Did
out
you
in
say
disgust.
Seresian?
I'm like, oh, this place looks nice. And then we enter in. Like, oh, it smells good.
So familiar.
Go in, we're like, oh,
Whoops.
whoops.
You walk out in disgust and return to the pig candle,
Whistle? Candle, yeah, that's
pig candle, and have another pie and brown ale for lunch.
At least I know that that's
As
safe,
is
you
proper.
know? Clean food.
How could this place? I'm sure there's racketeering outside. Fucking-
Racketeering,
No, I mean not racketeering. Just bloody
like
People-
protesting.
protesting that cafe. Yeah.
Oh, so they don't announce that they're Ceresian. They're just saying they're new and exotic. But
You know
We know
enough.
better.
you
We
know,
better.
Once
Alton
we go
knows.
in, once we see the state of it,
Okay, so you head over to the officers' quarters.
We gotta find them again.
is this like the big
Where
building
they are.
where Botany
It's
lives?
this one.
Oh, there's botany one. No.
Botany, that's
there-
like the
Oh,
town hall.
yeah, yeah,
This
the
is the officers' quarters.
officers.
Look,
Oh, we got there like at the same time. Bop, 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 bop. I knock on the door.
Bop-a-da-bop-a-da-bop.
Yep, you're into the foyer. There's a clerk sitting at the desk to the left who's waiting for you. And she says, "Oh yes, the Dragon Knight. The commander of intelligence, whose name is."
plum boots or something.
Plum boots. Like that.
Almost.
Isn't this the gnome? Or is it someone else?
Someone else.
Oh, sorry.
He's just like pounding out the new characters today.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear this one's voice. How French is it gonna be?
Yeah.
Valarian
Hello,
Berthier.
Johns.
Balarian. What was the last name?
Valarian Berthier.
Burpier.
Berthier.
Burfier.
Berthier.
Balarian Burfier. Should we go upstairs or Balarian Burfier?
Valarian Berthier. Wow. Where is Valarian? Oh, okay, it's over here.
Where is
Oh, by the big table map.
Yeah.
Wait, can someone ping? I have lost the party. Yes. Oh yes, I thought that building. What? Balcony building.
You walk in and you see a tall, very slender, quite old elf, poring over reports on this desk. In fact, why don't we actually introduce a token, because that's easily an elf.
Because that's cool and fun.
There's a good old ales in here as well. They're Algatheran.
All your cuisines, eh? All the different foreign foods and drinks.
Yeah, class.
There you go. You've got Falarian
Space.
now.
Is she very small?
Too high, Dylan.
He very small. Balarian?
Falarian.
Balarian?
Hard to tell. They're rather androgynous. Elves often.
Well, you're meant to tell us. Do we know? Maybe we don't know.
No one knows.
We come in and we're like,
It's a real hot topic of discussion. Thalarian senses you and says, please, please, close the door. Without really looking at you.
The door is closed.
You start talking, and they're like, oh, okay, Maya. And they turn to you and say, just the people I was waiting to see. Welcome to the one place where order reigns in the city-state of Algathera. The intelligence hub.
I look over at Algie and roll my eyes. I'm like,
Yeah.
in this city,
Yeah. There's order all throughout the city. It's out there.
I give whatever Balarian a wry smile.
Yes. I have seen such cynicism before, but please understand. What you are about to hear in this room is not available anywhere else. It is cutting edge. It is what informs every action that happens in the government, every action that happens in the core. This is the brains of Algathera. The heart may be elsewhere. The heart was out there today. I saw it. I saw it at that funeral for Sarave. The heart was crying, but the brains are in this room.
I think he's talking about me.
And it is lovely to have such an augmentation to our efforts, such as you here today. Now, down to business. I do believe, in fact, I know that you had a run-in most recently with a golem of some sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Had a lot of run-ins, but one of them was a golem. Yes.
A rock golem to be, or stone, some might say, to be more
Stone. Yes,
precise.
they do say
Yes,
stone.
It's
some
for you all
sort
right.
of
It's for you all right up the leaderboards.
Yep.
Vitreous
Earthen.
golem, maybe.
I made
Yeah.
quite a lot of money off that one.
Could have been
Oh, yes,
Ignis.
speaking of leaderboards, do report to Botany. I believe she has some news for you there. Anyway, this construct you ran into, this automaton, I have good news. We do know we have been able to locate the origin of this construct. The bad news is that this automaton was one of many. Yes, it appears to be some sort of factory, and while we are able to defend ourselves for the time being, projections state that without intervention, we will be overwhelmed within 6 months, a year. Reports have come in from the borders that Phaeton has actually lost one of its key outposts, overwhelmed by a attack led by a construct and heavy elemental support. These constructs are also appearing to get more sophisticated. The one you fought seemed to be an earlier model, but they do seem to be adapting perhaps to the challenge that they face out in the wild. And we must do something about this. While we are securing nodes, that is fantastic. The existential threat of an army, a wave of automaton crashing down upon the walls of Algathera, it is untenable. We must go to the root. We must chop the plant down at ground level. It cannot. The vines cannot be allowed to establish any sort of hold. This must be eradicated. Now, and they move over to the table and start shuffling things around. This is Algathera. And then they build like a dense forest. And then deep within this dense forest, they place down a small building. This is the factory. This factory must be destroyed, but, and I want you all to pay close attention here, there our scouts have collected that there is some sort of power source inside this factory.
Mm. The big power source must be needed to power all those golems.
Precisely, Algae. Very well done. Yes. Look, if you ever get sick of throwing your body around out there in the wilds, come and speak to me, Flareon. There's a home for you in the intelligence department.
Come throw that body this way.
Throw that in mine. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Algae is such a horn dog.
Seriously.
That wasn't
Who
even
knew?
him. I feel like that was definitely applied.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Okay.
find out.
Ama-
I'm gonna
am-
find out about this androgynous elf.
Amazing. Amazing.
Oh, well.
Algae just likes tall people
No.
taller than him.
Which is everyone.
Oh, but the intelligence, yes.
What do they say again, Algie? Great minds do think alike. And they wink at you.
And big things come in small packages.
Yes, also, so I have heard. Where were we? And they start fanning themselves off a bit.
Now this is more like Baldur's Gate.
Ah, yes, yes. The factory must be destroyed, but the power source must be recovered for future, for continued examination. I fear we are reaching the limits of Tapper technology and need something more. The threats are only escalating. We can collect mana endlessly, but there is a limit. We can only power the node at our core so much before it fails. So yes, your mission is this. Make your way to the factory, destroy the factory, capture the power source, and bring it back here for investigation. Are we clear? And Algae, no personal sacrifices, of course. I
Well,
expect to
look
see more of
around.
you in the future.
It's more what?
I expect to see more of you in the future.
Yep.
Yep.
No.
Now, in regards to destroying this factory, there has been a development. And they root around in like the drawers beneath them. Oh, actually, they head over to this chest over here. And they open it up and take out a new object. Looks quite familiar, actually. It looks like a tapper.
Oh.
Mini tap.
And they hand it over to Bretwin, who's standing right there, and they say, Bretwin, this object that I present to you may appear to be a tapper, but it is in fact a dark tapper.
Oh.
At least that's the working name. This is much like a regular node tapper, but instead of sucking down energy and preserving it in crystalline form for later reuse, this sucks down energy, stores it, and then given exposure to I still, this feels wrong to say that we of Algathera would be using such a thing, but given exposure to a source of entropy will trigger a violent explosion, a devastating explosion. You have roughly 2 minutes from triggering the tapper and charging it with a source of entropy to getting out of there for the entire area upon which this tapper is placed, depending on, of course, the strength of the node in which it is charging from, will be destroyed, leveled, flattened, obliterated.
Just from memory, the eggs are the eggs entropy? Yeah, or is that something different?
The eggs
Were they?
The eggs have both entropy and mana.
Okay, yeah.
Now, you may be wondering what source of entropy we will be using.
I was wondering that.
Hmm.
Remember these? And they pull out those red crystals that Algie had been
Ooh.
carrying.
Oh, I do remember those. Did I keep any?
Yes,
I
yes,
did.
yes.
No, wait. Yes. No.
These have been popping up quite regularly ever since you brought back your first sample. They made their way to me, of course, through my channels. I had them
Great.
investigated. These are entropy crystals, much like our mana crystals, but collecting a different form of energy. Just as potent if you know how to use it. We do not have a lot of expertise with these yet, so complex spellcasting may be out of reach, but you do not need complex spellcasting to trigger a bomb. She hands each of you a small, like, satchel of these entropy crystals. These red crystals. Please be careful with these. We have barely begun to explore the power, and these are, of course, highly classified, top secret. If word was to get out about this Algatheran core turning to such technology, well, there may be complications. But you are marked. Oh, sorry. You are the chosen of Algathera. You are the one selected for this mission. We believe this is the only course of action that is acceptable. Is effective given the stakes you are up against. Do what you must for the glory of Algathera. And they salute you stoically.
Wherever it is.
It is the thing. Sometimes there are no correct answers, and the only thing is to do what is best for the populace, regardless of how messy your hands get. That is why we are out there and not the people, so they can live in their blissful ignorance here, safe in the city.
Oh, yes, Breton, I know your sacrifice well. I have seen things myself which I do not wish upon any other. This head is full of knowledge, so arcane, so disturbing that it is only a burden that I can bear.
What is this accent?
I I am blessed to know those such as you who bear your own burdens for the glory of Algathera.
Algathera.
Salutes are back.
Hug it there. Yeah, I brood sometimes too.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Cameron, I'm trying really hard out here.
I love it so much. Oh my god.
That's like the perfect D&D moment. My god.
Perfect. Oh. They're just having like a proper like it's like yeah, we've both seen
Yeah.
some shit. Now just like I've also just leaning against the wall, just like I have
Yeah.
also seen some shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Me too, everyone.
Have you watched Nomura, Dylan?
I have not.
Oh man. It's a very Nomura statement. I think you'd really enjoy it actually. Anyway. Do you have any other questions for me at this time?
I do actually have one more question. What
Yes,
does
sir.
this Shek Tech shit do?
Oh my god, great question.
Ah, Tech. Yes. That is
They gave it to us and they didn't really explain it. And now we've been carrying it around, waiting for something to happen, and nothing's happened yet. Do you
Yes.
know? Do you know what they do? You're very
Well, yes.
knowledgeable.
Of
They
course I
call
do.
you
Of
the
course I do.
intelligence community.
Of course I know what Tech does. Tech is quite an innovation actually. One of our nascent inventors actually discovered this.
Well, this is very good, but what does it do?
Yes, please.
Give them a chance. Give them a chance, Olsen. They're getting there.
Thank you, Algie. Yes. And they flick the hair out of their face. Tech, a breakthrough. Thank you. Thanks to your efforts, actually. The dragon egg and entropy crystals you brought back allowed unprecedented exploration of the potential of combining both the power of mana exploitation, which we have studied well. Our city is built upon this, but augmented with the exploitation of the power available to us through entropy. Once entropy, of course, is a chaotic and unfavorable form of magic, but when tempered with the constraints and the discipline of order, can be quite potent. Entropy allows you to exploit. Check tech allows you to exploit the power of entropy without succumbing to its chaotic whims and its undisciplined results. It allows you to channel entropy through the discipline of mana. Which, in effect, also, no, sorry, I'm leaning into the theoretical. It's doubled your spellcasting capacity. You want to concentrate on 2 spells at once? Yes. One through mana, one through entropy.
Oh,
Without-
would it
without
allow me to
the-
cast more spells?
Absolutely. It expands your spell slots. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to double spell slots quite yet. But
Man,
a bonus. What level are you guys? 9. How many spell
9,
slots do you
yeah.
have?
I have a
Uh,
lot. I only have
No,
one
we're
level
all-
5 spell slot though.
We're all
I've
full
got-
casters.
Oh yes, an extra spell slot per level is something that we have been able to expand in the early iterations of Check Tech, and we expect this to only grow further as
so what? Like
more understanding is gathered.
an extra fourth and
Extra
fifth.
every
Wow.
spell slot and can concentrate on 2 spells at
Whoa.
once.
Well, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's a woof.
Ooh, he's playing it fast at least. I love it.
I like it because now they like you
Alright,
can bring in some big old baddies.
I can summon
That's
2 elementals for 1 minute. Oh no, it takes me a minute to summon them, fuck. Alright.
Check
I'm
Tech
ready.
also. Haste.
I
cast
must
time.
have a word with. Sorry, when were you given your Check Tech?
It was from
Before
Botany
we-
herself.
Yes, when? Sorry, was it before you went on this exploration into the
Yes, it was about a week ago.
Sarabane?
And if we had received any information at all, a good friend of mine may well be alive.
This is a
Truly
great
a
failing
failing
our
of the
organization.
intelligence community, I would say.
Mm.
And Botany
It is.
herself. I don't know if she can be trusted.
I will personally be leading an investigation into how this has occurred. Our systems have failed, and that is frankly unacceptable. Blood is on our hands. I am so sorry.
The blame does not rest with you. You've done everything you can. It's Botany's fault, really. And
Yes,
I
well-
would see fit for a royal commission, honestly.
Whoa, let's.
It's not a real
Wow.
thing. Like, it's no
Wow.
royal commission. How would there be?
She will not escape this without any scars. I assure you of that. Now, please, we must
Yeah.
make haste. I believe there is more tasks for you to do this day, but I cannot impress upon you enough. While your victory in the Sarabane was great, in the face of what we know now, it was but a temporary achievement. If we do not deal with the ever-present onslaught of these constructs and the forces they seem to rally behind them, we will perish. We will perish. Ceres will perish. Phaeton will perish. Everything that we have built upon this surface of this earth will perish.
Yes.
Godspeed.
Let's be off.
I think
Let
we
that
might
speed.
we might end it. Yeah, like that. We might end it there tonight.
Yep.
This is good. It's sort of. This is one of
It's
the
gonna
like
be a
sometimes I
showdown
have
with Botany next week. Get
I
ready,
have
guys.
sessions which are really easy to prepare for, and sessions which are really hard to prepare for. And this is a
Yeah.
really hard one.
Yeah. Sandbox sessions, I imagine, are just fucked.
Like I'm sitting there being like, okay, you just did this big string of things. what the hell happens now?
Yeah,
Um,
I like the Golem Factory. Oh, it's good.
Mhm.
I like it.
well, you might
I'm an
like it
expert.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we good for next Thursday?
Slay.
Yep.
Yep.
Don't
Right.
see why
I
not.
think Kai wants to catch up, but I'm like,